Yo, what's poppin', people? Your boy Snacks is back in the building with another banger. You know how we do. Before we get started, we got to give a shout out to you, the viewer, for taking the time out to watch this video. But while you're here, do us a solid and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and please don't forget to leave your comments down in the comment section. And y'all know how we get down. We cannot do a video without talking, letting you know about our very own CUNTs. You know what I'm talking about. So when you see the CUNTs in the comment section or in the chat when we are live, please be respectful. Holler at the ladies. Let them know that you in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Because the CUNTs, they are here for it all. They are here and they celebrate with us. You know what I'm saying? They are big supporters of everything and everybody from CU. So when you see them, make sure you say what's up. Now y'all know how we get down. So Tony Grossi was conveniently met after the game by one Shedeur Sanders. And Shedeur Sanders only had one question. What I do, Tony? You know what I'm saying? Y'all ready to go? Let's talk about it. Now, Shedeur Sanders, after putting on an amazing performance, after putting on an amazing performance on Sunday, Friday. What I'm talking about Sunday. On Friday, after going a mere 14 for 23 for 138 yards, two tutties. You know, after doing what he does, he seemingly found Tony Grossi. But that ain't how we gonna do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you about a young man named Shedeur Sanders that was fresh off a standout first performance in his NFL career. A preseason game nonetheless. But Cleveland's own Tony Grossi, a long time Cleveland beat reporter, sat there watched as the fourth string quarterback, you know, the fourth guy on the depth chart, a whisper in the locker room, a dude that has inflamed local Cleveland media, all of a sudden stepped further into the spotlight. Now, on Friday night, Shedeur merely passed for a record breaking, not a record breaking, just only passed for 138 yards. Not much, just 2 touchdowns. He didn't do much, you know. He even ran for like 19 yards on about 4 carries. I mean, just smoothly moving through the pressure, scrambling when the pocket broke, and smartly extending the play. The man overcame tight coverage, stifling defenses with the poise of a veteran quarterback. Every time a defender closed in, he found a receiver or slipped through the lanes, emerging in yellow after the beer first frost forms. I mean, that man was impeccable. Now, here's where we watch our young man stride up to Tony Grossi. In the post game, he's had a slight little grin on his face, looking like, you know, waiting in line don't mean I'm about to jump forward. just because I'm the fourth string quarterback don't mean I ain't got what it takes. But Shedeur wanted to know from Tony what I do.
Tony, I be hoping you be, hold on. Tony, I be hoping you got something positive to say about me. You always say negative stuff about me. And I'm like, I ain't do nothing to you. No. I ain't seen nothing positive that you ever said. I did something positive every day. But I'm saying, come on, Tony. What I do? What I do to you, Tony?
Now, after all that, we just saying on this night, on tonight, after those stats, 2 touchdowns, that scramble, he didn't just play. He answered the question. He rose to the occasion. Meaning, he leaned on his faith, knowing that grace carries him when the weight of expectations try to pin him down. Now see, I'm reminded myself, me. Y'all know I like to kick a verse or two. See, I'm reminded of Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. And that's exactly what Shedeur did that night. Some like Ephesians 2, 8 and 9. For by grace you have been saved through faith. It is the gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast. I mean, Shedeur couldn't perform like that on just sheer grit, not just on sheer will alone. They say he got there not by sheer work ethic alone. They say something else intervened. They say it was like divine intervention. But I've been telling y'all a long time, it was just grace. It was just favor. It was just God giving him favor, opening the door, making a path, because it seems as if there were no other way. As if all the things that were happening were interceding on Shedeur's growth, on him making his way to the front of the line. But if you got grace and you got favor, sometimes you get to skip the line. Sometimes a path is cleared without you even having to do anything. Because this is football. You can't make the club from the tub. And if a man is injured and on the sideline, there is no way for him to be in your way. And like I said, God makes a way. God will clear a path for you to be great. But on your way to being great, make sure you make the right entrance. And Shedeur did exactly that.
Lots of time, That's her life, it's a reason.
See, Shedeur was successful on his first NFL night of football, his NFL debut, as we should say. But he still felt incomplete. He still felt like he didn't do the best job that he know he can. He still don't feel like he put his best foot forward, only to disappoint his father and apologize to him on national TV. When you respect someone that much, that even on one of your greatest nights, even on a night where the whole world is telling you that you're successful, that you have done something, that you are now accepted into the club, when the whole world is telling you amazing job, but you don't want to hear appreciation but from one person, and you feel like you let that person down, and you humbly apologize to that man, his father, and he say, "Dad, my bad. I didn't do what we said I could do." See, because his peers and his coaches, he knew he had them wrapped up. He knew he had done enough to suffice their yearnings and what they thought he was. He knew he had overcame that obstacle, but it was only one person that he was waiting to get that "well done, my son" from. And that person is him, one coachprime Sanders. But all in all, Shedeur did his job. And Tony, my man, we appreciate the stage that you put Shedeur on, because you have helped push that narrative that he's so far behind, that he didn't understand the system, that Dylan Gabriel was better than him. But even from the back of the line, from the fourth in line on the depth chart, even Friday night, he proved that there's no such thing as dead last for someone who has been graced and given the chance to prove it. And so, hater or not, my guy, maybe next time when you see Shedeur, or when you report on Shedeur, when you do your thing with chops after the thing, maybe this time you'll say, "You know what? That guy Shedeursanders, yeah, I think he earned this shot." Hopefully you mean it when you say it, and don't just say it to say it. We know Mary Kay Cabot got a long way to go, and we're not going to force her hand, because the Cleveland Browns are going to use Mary Kay to get out of this kerfuffle that they put themselves in. So we're going to give Mary Kay a little grace. We're going to give her a little time, because the Cleveland Browns are still going to use her to be their voice, because they know the fan base listens to her and they trust her. So when she says that this is the reason why we treated Shedeur this way, because the Cleveland Browns are not going to say it. They're going to use Mary Kay Cabot to get their message out. See, we know the play, but we can also see the play. So sometime this week, when Mary Kay Cabot writes, this is why we've been treating Shedeur so bad. This is what we were doing to try to bring him along, because he didn't understand the playbook. He couldn't understand the reads. He couldn't understand how to read a defense when Shedeur has been reading defenses since his freshman year in college. And even before then, when Shedeur was calling plays, calling audibles, checking plays at the line of scrimmage. You know, that's what they do, because they know their fans will believe them wholeheartedly. So we gonna give Mary Kay Cabot her grace. We gonna know it's all BS when she write it. We gonna know it's all BS when some other Cleveland Brown legends back her up. But we gonna let them have it, because we know they have to dig themselves out of this hole. And that hole is deep, because now the fans have seen it. They've seen Shedeur put on his show. And now they don't trust the Cleveland Browns, because they know they still want Dylan Gabriel to be that guy. So all you Brown fans that watch this video, sometime this week, Mary Kay Cabot is going to write an article, and it's going to say all the reasons that they brought Shedeur along slowly. But I'm here to tell you, it's all a lie. It's all to change the narrative and to regain your trust, because you saw it. You knew it. You seen what Shedeursanders is. He can actually play football. All that things in the pre-draft that helped him fall to the 5th round, all fabrications, because those are things that you can't hide in your character. If he was such a bad person, in any interview, it would have shown a while ago. But they say he was a bad interview behind closed doors. But you have never seen Shedeursanders do anything horribly in public. Now, people are different behind closed doors, but you hardly doubt any of things that they said are in Shedeur's character at all. It's not him. But anyway, we're going to get out of here. I just wanted to tell you a story. Just wanted to help you understand what's coming next. If you don't believe me, just do like the song say. Don't believe me. Just watch. We're going to get out of here. We're going to holler at y'all on the next one. I'll see y'all at the lunch table, because we break bread every day. I'm out of here. I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace.